did that? Oh, it would be you. Well, what happened?
The last note slipped on the ice.
Oh, I suppose I'm to blame for the heat going on the blink. I built these Swiss trains. I sent out and ordered these blizzards to freeze and delay us.
I don't suppose you really did, but it sounds like you. I'm cold and hungry.
Well, we're all hungry. We're all cold. But in an hour from now, we'll be warm and we'll be eating.
Yeah, each other.
All right, girls, let's try it again. Now, come on, kids. Let's give it everything.
1 in a million is lucky in love. 1 in a million is blessed from above. While others sought romance, I left it to fate. I never took a chance, the odds were too great. I've a conviction that I must be wrong. Stranger than fiction, you happen along. Though it's a millions, you want it is true. My 1 in a million is you.
Oh, forget about her. She won't show up. I wish I was in the land of cotton. We are cold and feely rotten. Look away! Look away! Look away! Yeah, give it a stop. Stop, boy. Wait a minute, boys. I want the sound. You'll take the yard. I want the sun. You'll take the moon. I want the sun. The sun. The sun! Do you think I'll get it? Sure. Yeah. Oh, the sun shines bright in my own Kentucky home. In Kentucky. How's the minute, boy? Talking about Kentucky. Oh, yeah. Well, do you know I was a pretty tough hombre in Kentucky? Yeah, do you know I come from a ranching family? Yeah. My father was a rancher, and I am the son of a rancher. Yeah. That's what I said. Yeah. We remember they used to call you the Yukon Kid. Yeah, but you can't pull the wool over my eyes. Yeah. Well, let me tell you a little dirty, boys. Come here now, listen. They called me Arizona Jake from Mississippi. I was a mountaineer and always liked my yippee. I met a little girl who always had a little yippee. My father once set me and kicked me in my yippee. Hey, the temperature is nippy, and we are getting nippy. The boys of Mississippi are freezing. And that's why the geese were born.
That's swell, boys. No, that's swell. All right, girls, now, let's give it everything. Hold it.
Looks like we got competition.
I'll fix that.
He'll fix this the hard way.
Hey, listen, wait a minute. This is going to stop. I've got an orchestra down the hall down here some original here with some silence. Do you speak English? Silence! Listen, do you speak English? I want you to listen to me for a minute, will you? Silence! Ich habe eine Orchestra und ich kann this thing here. Shut up!
Jawohl, ja.
orchestra in Europe. You, Arbeit, job, my orchestra. Big money. Well, anyway, money. Maybe. Don't you understand? Come on. I'll have you talk that later. Come on. Hey, children, look. Look what I just dug up.
What'd you do with the headstone?
This is the guy that was interrupting our rehearsal. Wait till you hear him before an audience. He'll kill him.
And we'll be held as accessories. Oh, no, you don't, Thaddeus Spencer. He's not coming with us. We've got enough mouths to feed.
Yeah, even if we don't feed him.
Yeah, honey, he'll be sensational.
Wait a minute. As your wife and severest critic, it's about time I told you off. Do you realize we're starving? Do you know we haven't got a nickel in the world? Hasn't it penetrated through that wind-blown skull of yours that this engagement we're going on is only going to last a week? And the dough we're getting will be just enough to get us to the next place, if any.
But he's got exactly what we need. Novelty, new blood.
New blood? Say, that sounds good.
Yeah. He'll be marvelous at the Grand Palace Hotel. That crowd up there will eat him up.
Don't hide his face and put a little French dressing on him. I might do it myself.
All right, I'll show you. Come on, boy. Give us a sample of what you can do. Come on, play it. Play, stupid.
Try throwing him a fish.
Shut up.
Jawohl, ja.
Pardon me, sir. We have again been delayed. We will not get into artists until 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock? Well, but you to start a performance at 8:20.
I'm sorry, sir.
Look here, boys. There's only one thing to do. Everybody changing your costumes right here. This is well over all of us. Now, come on, hurry it up. Hey, there, let it. You wait outside here. Hey, what's your name? What do they call you? What's your name? What's your name? Shut up.
Never heard of anything like it. Imagine that. Who's got the cigarettes?
Who's got the matches?
Wise guy, eh? I got the matches. Toss you. Cigarettes against the matches.
Okay. You call.
Right. Heads. Hey, partner. Very simple, isn't it? Right there.
Come on, kids, these must be the taxis. Hurry up. Come on, let's go. Hurry it up.
Might help if you tell him where we're going.
Oh, yeah. Grand Palace Hotel and make it snappy.
The Grand Palace is gestern abgebrannt.
That's what they say, the Grand Palace Hotel. And step on it.
Is gestern abgebrannt.
Say, what's the matter with this guy?
He wants his dough.
Grand Palace Hotel. Hurry it up.
You... America?
Yeah, we're Americans.
Oh. Crazy.
Ha-ha, character reader.
Go on.
Help!
Here we are. Let's make it.
Boy, it's Doc, I hope we have more room.
Boy, I want to get in that room. Oh.
There's been a fire.
You don't say.
But why didn't they notify us?
It just occurred to me that that's what the driver was trying to tell you.
Abgebrannt.
It's got a sense of humor.
Oh, shut up.
Jawohl, ja.
There's a touch of Nero in that guy. Come on, cut it out. I'm sick of it.
Well, what do we do now? You got us into this. You better get us out.
Say, what's he doing with our bags?
Hey, come back here. Hey, wait a minute. What's the idea? Oh, kids, come on. Pick up your things. There's some kind of a joint down the road. Maybe we can stop there for tonight. Oh, come on, kids. Don't be downhearted. Are we going to let a little tough luck lick us? Well, I should say not. Now, come on, smile. That's the spirit. Smile. Hey, wait a minute. It looks like an inn.
I hope you're right.
Come on, everybody.
Boy. Hurry up.
Oh-ho! Sie haben für alles.
Ich verstehe Sie nicht.
Wir sind Artist, Spieler.
Schauspielern?
Haben Sie gar nichts?
Bitte eine Minute.
How you doing?
Ich kann den Mann nicht verstehen. Ich glaube, die sind Schauspieler, die Arbeit wollen. Sage ihnen, wir können uns das nicht erlauben.
Jawohl, Papa. Mein Herr, wir haben nur ein kleines Hotel und wir können keine Vorstellungen brauchen.
Haben Sie Roomen?
Oh, you wish rooms.
You speak English.
Oh, yes. My father also.
Why didn't they say so in the first place?
You would take the long way around.
I'm sure we can accommodate.
Oh, yes, welcome to my little hotel. Will you please sign this? I hope we can be of service to you.
I hope so, my good man. I certainly hope so. We arrived this evening to fulfill an engagement at the Grand Palace Hotel and found the place in ruins. An accidental conflagration, I suppose?
Oh, there are all sorts of rumors going around. Some say it may not have been quite accidental. We have plenty of rooms here now. At the moment, we have only one other guest.
Splendid, splendid. My wife and I shall require a very large double chamber for ourselves, and the girls can double or triple as the case may be. You have baths, I hope?
Oh, yes.
And food, I hope.
Yes, madame. You are Americans, yes?
Yes, we are. We are making a triumphal tour of Europe. My troupe are musicians, singers, dancers, the very finest artists of their kind.
Ah, wonderful.
Who is that very fancy-looking gentleman?
That is our other guest. Come, we show you your rooms now, and then we give you some supper, yeah?
All right, kids, hear what the man said? This is it. Right up, come on. Say, what are those things? Decorations or something?
Oh, those are my father's trophies.
Trophies? What do you get them for?
They are for skating.
Oh, roller skating.
No, ice skating.
Ice skating? You mean like the kids do in Central Park in the winter?
They are very dear to us.
Mind if I look at them?
No.
$14 carat?
They're beautiful, no?
They must be worth a small fortune. Imagine giving these things away for just skating on ice.
I'm glad you're interested.
Naturally. Anything worth a fortune would interest my husband to the point of fascination. Come on, honey. You've played long enough.
What is this?
Must have been the bridal suite for singers midgets. If I had my lumbago now, I'd feel at home.
It's easy enough to get out of this hotel. All we gotta do is wait for the old man and his daughter to get to sleep, throw our things out of the window, and walk out.
Oh, that's marvelous. Then we walk to the top of the nearest Alp and slide down the other side, yodeling as we go. Now, wait a minute, genius. I've had enough of this for the past 5 years, and I'm beginning to wear a little thin around the edges. I've learned to keep my waistline down by skipping meals instead of rope, and I'm getting awfully tired of it, Thaddeus. I want to be like other women. I want to be loved and protected. I want to be supplied with comforts and luxuries and guarded. Say, did that speech come out of me?
Yeah, and it threw out of my mind what I was thinking about. Say, when I'm concentrating, why don't you shut up?
Jawohl, ja.
Oh.
Jetzt, Gretchen, versuche einen Sprung. Und die Pirouette.
Jawohl. Wie war das, Vater?
Gut, sehr gut. Jetzt versuche die andere. Huh?
Dancing on ice.
Billy!
Can you shut this off yourself, or do you have to call up the company?
Don't you shut up again tonight.
What's wrong?
Nothing's wrong. Everything's right. Sit down. How would you like a mink coat? How would you like sables or a chinchillarette? What kind of a rose would you like? Open or closed or both? How would you like a house on Long Island?
I know. You're going to propose to me again. Those are the exact words you used when you asked me to marry you. This time, the answer is no.
Sit down. Don't talk. I've just got hold of something.
Why don't you lie down and pass us off?
Honey, out there in the ice and snow, I had a vision.
A vision? Oh, I was afraid of that. 2 years ago in New York, you had a vision, remember? When you wrote the Secretary of Navy to put girl orchestras on all battleships to keep up the gods' morale? And now you've had another vision.
But, Billy, honey, I'm telling you, I've just seen something that's going to make us $1 million.
That's piker dough. The last vision you had was going to make us $10 million.
No, but this time I've got it. This time it's 1 in a million.
Oh, I've heard it before, but go ahead.
I've just seen the greatest ice skater in the world.
Not old man Muller.
No, his daughter Greta.
All right, so she's a great ice skater. So what?
So what? So this. I'm going to sign her up. I'm going to put on the greatest skating ballet the world has ever seen. Dancing on ice. 100 Fred Astaire's, 100 Pavlovas on skates. And Greta will be the star. I'm going to get the greatest symphony orchestra in the world to play for. I'll get Toscanini to conduct. I'll book her in the act solid for 5 years. Why, I'll make Max Reinhardt, P.T. Barnum, and Billy Rose look like a bunch of spielers out in front of a dime hoot show.
Come on, honey, let's go to bed.
Oh, you don't believe I can do it, huh?
There's probably 10 million ice skaters in the United States, and I've never heard of one of them that's ever made a dime.
No, you're not going to laugh me out of this one. I know when I've got hold of something. I'm going to send a telegram to the casino at St. Moritz. I'll get an engagement there. This is the beginning of a fortune.
Now, honey, I'll take the bed by the window tonight because you're liable to have another vision, and I want to be in a spot where I can get out quick.
How do you like that?
Joint's as cold as Kane's storehouse.
All the life of a newspaper man, Daniel.
Yeah, I suppose so.
When the clerk comes, make arrangements while I wire the paper.
Where's somebody? Who's running the boarding house? Yoo-hoo! Yoo-hoo!
You sound like a love-starved owl.
What do you say we go upstairs and find a room for ourselves?
Try that mating call again. Something's got to result from that.
What are you selling?
Will you please make less noise? People are trying to sleep.
Well, what do you think we're trying to do? We're trying to find somebody to give us a room, ain't we?
I'm not aware what you're trying to do, but you'll please make less noise doing it.
Well, what do you think of that?
I'll give you my opinion as soon as I finish this.
What do you say we shove off for Paris? At least we can get in a hotel there.
That's just what I'm wiring the paper we ought to do. If you'll shut up a minute. There's nothing to indicate that the Grand Palace fire was incendiary. And nobody seems to know definitely whether Premier Boleschowski was stopping at the hotel.
Well, suppose he was. What's the difference? What's one premier, more or less, in Europe these days? Look. Can we get some service around here?
I would be glad to serve you. What can I do for you, please?
My friend and I want a couple of rooms and a meal, and we want them quick.
Told you to quit picking on waitresses and maids. It's a sure tip-off on a yokel.
We have just one room left. It is an attic room, but comfortable.
Great. Now, I'll bet $8 to a bird's seed. It's a sleeper jump to the bathroom. Well, I suppose it'll have to do.
Look, will you rush us out the telegraph office right away?
I'm afraid it is closed this time of night. This is a very small village, you know.
Well, why can't... Well... Danny, here, run down to the telegraph office with us. Will you kick in the door and get it out, will you?
Yeah, I suppose so. A woman's work is never done.
Don't pay attention to him. He's a photographer. He gets that way from looking through the backs of cameras.
I didn't mind.
Say, what's your name?
Greta Miller. My father owns the inn.
Oh, I see.
You're Mr. Daniel Simpson.
No, he's the gent with a terrible disposition. Strangers call me Mr. Harris. My mother calls me Robert, and people who like me call me Bob. Now, tell me all about yourself.
I've told you all there is.
Oh, no, that can't be. There must be something more. What do you do when the sun is shining? When it's raining? What do you do when it's snowing? You don't just cook.
No, I also skate.
Just cook and skate, nothing else?
Dance?
Oh, cook, skate, and dance. Well, we gotta get someplace with that. I can't cook and I can't skate, but I can't dance.
Well, since you can't cook, I think I better.
Say, wait a minute. Aren't you kind of afraid to be alone here at nights?
No.
No. Well, would you like to know where I come from?
No, I don't think so. You come from America.
Yeah. That is sort of. I was born in Weehawken. Wait a minute. You may be able to help me. I'm a newspaperman from the Paris Herald. I'm up here to find out two things. Who tried to blow up the premiere and who the woman was who escaped from the premier's room with nothing on but a mink coat. Couldn't win you, could it?
No, I haven't got any mink coat.
Hello there, America.
Hello.
Would you help a fellow American in distress?
Is it about the hotel fire?
Oh, no, I don't know anything about the hotel fire, but would you please give me an American cigarette?
Oh, is that all you want? I know just how you feel. Here,
Oh, thanks. May I take a couple for my friend?
take the whole package. I got a suitcase full.
A whole suitcase full?
Yep.
Oh, thanks very much.
Don't mention it. Good night.
Good night. Just a minute. Would you do me another favor?
What is it?
I have an awful pain in my neck. I think it's a Charlie horse.
Charlie horse.
Yeah.
I've heard of Charlie horses every place, but never in the neck.
Oh, would you please massage it just a little bit?
I suppose that's my cue, but I don't seem to remember the lines. What happens now?
Oh, it's the only thing that ever does it any good.
I don't quite get this, but I'll go for it just once. Come on, sit down.
Mmm. Oh, that feels so good. Oh, you have a lovely touch.
Is that enough?
Oh, just a little more.
All right, relax.
Well, I got it off.
You think I have a lovely touch? Here's the man with the touch.
Just my dish. What's the matter?
You could make a fortune as a healer.
Is that so?
Yeah, one look at you and I'm cured.
Nice little girl. Got a baked potato in your pocket?
Sit down. What happened to Charlie horse?
She gave me the air.
What do you think the girl behind the desk kept snarling at?
I couldn't see her.
Yeah, that's the trouble with you. You can never see anything that's really worthwhile. Why don't you take a real look at her this time? She's got youth, animation, freshness, beauty.
And she got whiskers since I saw her last.
Do you wish something, gentlemen?
Yeah, where's Miss Greta?
My daughter is busy elsewhere. I would be glad to serve you.
Yeah, thanks. My friend would like something to eat.
Immediately, sir.
Sweet little girl.
What do you say, boys? This is your last chance.
Okay. All right. Who's got a coin?
I got one.
You call it.
Heads. Sorry, boys. Good night, boy.
Good night. Ouch.
Don't catch cold.
Well, hello.
Well, I'm sorry, but I thought I'd have time to finish before you came.
I missed your dinner.
Oh, no, you didn't. But I hope the food was satisfactory. If there's anything else you want, just ring.
When do we have breakfast?
From 6 until 7.
6 o'clock in the morning?
However, if you want a later breakfast, it can be arranged.
Oh, no. I don't want you to go to any trouble. I'll have mine at 6.
Just as you wish.
Look, do I detect a note of sarcasm in your voice?
Do you?
Well, what have I done?
You ordered your breakfast, and I'll see that you get it.
2 million dames in Paris, and you pick one in the snow belt.
Oh, just a moment. I'll be there in a jiffy. I'm awfully sorry to keep you waiting.
Good morning. Took the very words right out of my mouth. Well, this is a pleasure. Saw your name downstairs and came right up.
Well, who are you?
You don't remember me?
Well, the face is unusual, but...
Tad Spencer, the Ritz Bar in Paris. We had a drink together about 6 months ago.
I didn't leave the Brooklyn Eagle till 4 months ago.
First mistake I've made in 2 years. Let's start all over again. Mr. Harris, my name's Spencer. Saw your name downstairs. As a fellow American, I extend the usual greetings.
All right, I'm greeted. Now what?
Have a cigarette? Have you got a cigarette?
Will you please get to the point?
This very moment. There you are. Sit down. I'm going to tip you off to the greatest story of your career.
About the hotel fire?
No, that's behind us and forgotten. This is much bigger, much more important for you.
All right, go ahead.
It's about a girl, a beautiful girl, the greatest artist of her kind in the world, unknown and unsung. And you're going to sing her to the heights.
I sing a very bad baritone. You better get another boy.
Hey, wait a minute. You haven't heard anything yet. This girl's name will be on the front page of every newspaper in the world within the next 6 months.
What's her racket?
She's an ice skater. The most graceful, the most gorgeous. She's dynamite.
Now, listen, Mr. Spencer. I'm not looking for dynamite on ice. I'm interested in someone who might have dynamited the Grand Palace Hotel.
Say, I may be able to help you there, too. You know that fella that lives here in the hotel, wears whiskers and got a monocle?
Yeah, saw him last night.
His name is Ratovsky. He moved here from the Grand Palace Hotel right after the fire. Gets no telephone calls, no letters, keeps to himself, and is suspicious and resentful of strangers. How do you like that for a lead?
Say, maybe you got something there.
I tell you I have.
Hey, get up. Come on. Take them off. Come on. Get out of this bed.
This isn't a bed, it's a hideout.
Come on, get dressed. I got work for you. That guy you had the beef with last night.
What guy?
The one with the beard. I want you to tail him.
If I'd sunk any deeper in that gag, you'd have had to feed me through a pipeline.
Come on, get going.
Yeah.
Well, now that I've solved the hotel mystery for you, how about a little publicity for my discovery?
See me later, Spencer.
You don't know what you're passing up. She's 1 in a million.
Thanks very much for the tip.
Not convinced you yet.
Yeah. Come in.
Your breakfast, sir.
Oh, yeah.
Nice morning.
Yeah, nice morning. Well, hello. Need any help?
No, thank you. I've been doing this since I was 6.
Oh, you don't know my qualifications for this job. I'm young, strong, willing, anxious to get ahead. With a little experience, I'll be a first-class skate lacer-upper.
Ouch! That's too tight.
Well, see, I'm still an amateur.
I think you did it on purpose.
Why?
So that you could massage it if it hurt too much.
Oh, so you were peeping, huh?
I was not.
Say! Are you the girl that Spencer was talking about?
This just came for you, Mr. Harris.
Oh, thanks. Your daughter's a wonderful skater, Mr. Muller.
She's the best ice skater in the world.
That takes in a lot of territory.
Oh, I know she is. I used to ice skate myself. She's better than I ever was. I'm able to recognize grace and technique. There's no question but that she will win.
Win what?
Why, the Olympics, of course.
Oh, is that what she's training for?
For the last 12 years, yes.
Boy, it's a long time to train for one event.
Oh, not necessarily. I trained almost as long.
You? Did you skate in any of the Olympic Games?
Oh, yes.
Well, did you win?
Yes and no.
Yes and no? What do you mean?
I won and lost.
Won and lost? How can you do that?
Well, it's a long story. Well, will you excuse me, Mr. Harris? I've got work to do.
Miss Muller, Greta, please come here a minute, will you? It's very important.
Practicing is very important to me.
Oh, so you won't come over, huh?
Say, what did your father mean when he said he won the Olympics and then lost them?
Did you have to knock me down to ask me that?
Come on, tell me, will you?
My father's name is Heinrich Müller. He won the figure skating championship in the Olympics in 1908. Does that mean nothing to you?
Heinrich Müller, 1908. I wasn't even born then. Say, wait a minute. I remember something. What wasn't there something about having his medals taken away because of professionalism?
It wasn't true.
Wasn't he accused of taking money for teaching a rich man's son to skate?
He didn't take the money for teaching. It was given him as a gift, so that he could buy new skates for the Olympics.
Didn't he tell the officials about it?
Yes, but officials wouldn't believe it.
Well, if they didn't believe him, it probably wasn't true.
It was true. They just didn't understand. They were like you.
I can do it better by myself. Hello, Chappelle. This is Bob Harris. Yeah. Say, look, I'm staying out here. I just happened onto one of the greatest human interest stories that ever hit the papers. Remember Heinrich Müller, who won the ice skating championship in the 1908 Olympics?
Never heard of him.
Oh, you remember. They took away his awards. It was a big scandal at the time. Well, anyway, he's been training his daughter since childhood to enter this year's Olympics and win back the trophies he lost. How's that for a yarn?
Okay, stay there and cover it. Say, is that Grand Palace story cold?
No, that isn't cold. I just got a new lead on it. There's a guy here who looks like a suspect. In fact, Danny's out on his trail right now. Okay.
See that, Johnny. Have the potatoes, please. Well, and how are all my little children? Eating, eh?
Through no fault of yours.
The telegram come from Samaritch yet?
Not yet.
Mr. Spencer, St. Reese wants you on the telephone.
Oh, boy, I hope this is it.
So do I.
Hello? Yes, this is Mr. Thaddeus Spencer speaking.
I received your telegram, and I don't know whether your artist will be suitable or not, but if your little ice skate is as great as you say, I'm willing to give you a tryout.
A tryout? Well, we have other bookings, you know. If I can get my troupe to consent to a tryout performance, we expect to be paid for it.
Very well. We'll give you 950 francs. And if we approve of your performance, you may start a 10 weeks engagement a week after the tryout. Now, I can depend on that little ice skater being with you, can't I?
Sure she will. She's our star. Of course. Tomorrow evening. Thank you very much. Thank you. Will we be there?
The goose is hanging high, not a cloud is in the sky. Everything is okay.
We're back in circulation again. Right back where we belong.
Why, we haven't any dough, but we're happy as we go, rolling merrily along.
Life is just like a sleigh ride with jingle bells. Someday we may ride with wedding bells.
We're sitting on top of the world. We're riding high again.
Our hearts are all aglow and we want the world to know. We're back in circulation again.
We're sitting on top of the world. We're riding high again. Our hearts are all aglow and we want the world to know. We're back in circulation again.
Hey, what are you doing here? I thought you were trailing Matovsky.
I trailed that bird 20 miles on these tennis rackets. Up to now, it's a love set.
Well, where is he?
I was kneeling down to fix one of these gags. When I looked up, he was gone.
He done it with mirrors.
Would you ask your daughter to prepare an early dinner for me tonight, please?
She has gone to St. Moritz for the day with the troupe of performers who were here. But I will be glad to take care of it, sir.
Oh, so those awful people have gone, eh? I thought there was an unusual quiet about the place.
I beg your pardon. I'm from the Paris Herald. We're very much interested in the burning of the Grand Palace Hotel. I understand you were a guest there. You know anything about the fire?
I know nothing. Moreover, I make it a point never to talk to reporters.
People who have something to hide never want to talk to reporters. What are you trying to hide, Mr. Ratovsky?
Good day, sir.
Am I going your way?
I should think not.
Well, I didn't know. He's in the bag.
What's Greta gone to St. Moritz for?
She will give a little skating exhibition there this evening through the courtesy of Mr. Spencer.
Oh, say, I'd like to see that. How would I get there?
Well, the easiest way would be to rent a sleigh. I will call the stables if you wish.
Do that, will you? Just a minute. When you took that fellow Ratovsky's bags upstairs, did you notice anything which seemed kind of suspicious to you?
Suspicious?
Yeah.
No. Unless you mean his revolvers and rifles. He has several. Every once in a while he goes out hunting.
Oh, hunting, huh?
Better put on some heavy clothes, Mr. Harris. It's a cold drive to St. Moritz.
Yeah.
You slayed them all over the ring. One little suggestion. In your next number, give them some more of those pirouettes. I'm sure they'll... Well, Harris, how do you believe me?
Get in your street clothes. We're going home.
Hey, what is this? What's coming off here?
Greta skates.
But she's got 2 more routines to do.
She's not doing them. You've done her enough damage already, Spencer.
Damage? Me? What kind of talk is that?
The fact that she appeared with a professional troupe like yours makes a professional out of her, and also probably makes her ineligible for the Olympic Games.
So she's ineligible, so who cares?
No. It would break my father's heart. You said this was just an exhibition.
Break his heart if you make $1 million? What business is this of yours?
Oh, I'm more or less the innocent spectator. You know, the guy who always gets carried out in a stretcher. But I've got some information which you may not have. Muller has been building Greta up for 12 years to win the Olympic Games. It's very important to him, for reasons that we don't have to go into right now.
Huh. What's more important? A silver-plated cup or a gold-line future? Why, she's going to become the greatest sensation the amusement world has ever seen.
Why?
Now, wait a minute. I found her and I'm going to keep her. You're not going to cut me out of this. Why, I'll call the boss of this joint and have you kicked out of here. Ouch! Ooh, what's the idea?
Will you excuse us? He's a little slow at understanding. I want to take him outside and explain life to him.
Well, what am I supposed to have done now?
Nothing much, except you almost talked yourself out of $1 million.
Are you on that guy's side? Are you going to let him take her away from us?
Now listen carefully, because I'm not sure I can explain it all in words of 1 syllable. At this moment, who ever heard of Greta Muller? But if she wins the Winter Olympics, she'll be as well known as Jack Dempsey or Old Dutch Cleanser. Do you understand? So you're going to let him take her away from you. You're going to let him take away an ice skater and bring you back a world champion.
Say, that's right. You know, with all that excitement in there, I forgot to think about it myself.
Yeah, of course. But now that you finally have thought about it, supposing you acquire a sudden case of lockjaw.
When are these games?
About a week.
You must tell the little skater to hurry. The audience is clamoring for more.
Well, they'll have to clamor on because she's through for tonight.
Through? It cannot be.
Well, it can be and it is. But, my dear sir, she is only an infinitesimal part of our show. Just a small
But
little
you told me she was your star.
My dear good man, you know your astronomy. Stars fall, explode, and fade. Now let me show you my new stars. An act that will more than make up for the loss of the little girl. A sensational, magnificent, extraordinary performance.
Beg pardon, who is this gentleman?
That's Peter Lorre.
Peter Lorre?
Yes.
Well, tell me, Pete, how do you feel? I am feeling all right. Tell me, what you hear from the mob? I hear plenty of nothing. That's what the man said,
We're the horror boys from Hollywood, the demons of the street. We do bad things, we do them good, we're terrible and mean. It's enough to make us howl, just because we always scowl. They make us do things that are foul. We're the horror boys from Hollywood. I'm Fowler, I'm Lawton, I'm Rodney. We all took the same road to glory. Both day out and day in, the parts that we play in are creepy and scary and gory. Hidey, hidey, ho, and a blue to you. Sweet Mr. Charlie, boo, boo. Sweet Mr. Charlie, boo, boo. You know, Lawton, you're a devil. Stop it.
Here, now. Just a moment, gentlemen. I am Captain Bligh.
Yes, sir.
Of His Majesty's servant.
Yes, sir.
And I expect every Englishman under my command to obey my orders. Yes, sir. But look here, man the missile man.
Yes, sir.
Throw the poop gate. Lift that bill.
Yes, sir.
Do you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Ahoy!
Yes, sir.
Ahoy!
Yes, sir.
Ahoy! Hey! Hey, Spunky! You know Spunky from the Bronx?
Oh, yeah.
I'm Charlie.
I'm Peter. I'm Boris. Our futures are really before us. We never get the kisses, we just get the hisses. If we clutch your throats, just ignore us. Hidey, hidey, ho!
And a boo to you. You, Laurie, you're a devil!
Stop it, I tell you. It's not me. It's the parts they give me. Every time I appear in a scene, there's a shot, a scream, and somebody is murdered.
Who cares? But really, at heart, I'm just out everywhere I go. I know the parts I play. Underneath these rough exteriors, there be three hearts of gold. But we will buy superiors. We must do what we're told. We're all good-natured, kind of true. But look at what they make us do. They make us scared heck out of you with a holler of voice from Hollywood. I'm Collar. I'm Lawton. I'm Lawton. And Heidi, Heidi, ho. And a boo to you. We'll be glad when you go to rescue you. Oh. We'll be glad when you get you rescue you. Oh. You boys, tell us, how did you become a horror boy?
It's a long story, boys. Many years ago, I was a baby.
No.
Yes. My nurse used to feed me oatmeal. And when I eat oatmeal, I make terrible faces. One day a movie scout saw my face and brought me to Hollywood. And ever since then, yes. Ever since then, yes.
I'm the mother of Daddy-Dada. I'm the mother of the audience. I'm the muggin. I'm the muggin. I'm the muggin. Who's afraid of the big red boat? The big red boat, the big red boat. Who's afraid of the big red boat? Holla, Lawton, and Lawton.
Mr. Harris.
Now, wait a minute. When I go riding on a moonlight night in a sleigh with a girl, I don't expect her to call me Mr. Harris.
Well then, Bob, I want to thank you very much for what you did.
Oh, that's nothing.
Oh, yes, it was. I just realized how serious it might have been to my father and me.
I did it as much for myself.
No, you didn't.
Oh, yes, I did. You see, a good newspaper man never permits a story to be killed. The story of you and your father is good copy.
But it would have been a better story if you had let me go and ruin my chances.
Say, that's right. Maybe I should have kept my mouth shut. Well, there I go again. Another good story shot to pieces. You know, in America, the boy generally puts his arm around the girl when they go sleigh riding.
They do that in Switzerland, too.
What are you thinking about?
You?
Good or bad?
Well, I'm not quite sure.
Why not?
The first time I met you, I thought you were very nice. But the second time, not so good. Tonight you did something for me, which makes me think that you are, well, like the first time. So I'm a little confused.
You know, my mother once said, Robert, always trust your first impression. It's the best.
I wonder if she was right.
Say, what is this? What are you doing? Breaking up housekeeping or just breaking up?
Where is it?
Where's what? What are you talking about?
That dough you got last night at San Moritz.
Oh, that you're gonna save yourself all those acrobatics. It's gone.
Gone? How could you get rid of 950 francs since last night? Say, you haven't found nightlife in this burg, have you?
I paid back a debt.
Paid back a debt? You? Aren't you setting a bad example for yourself?
A new suit, too.
Well, broke again. Back to normal. What are we gonna do now?
We don't do anything. We wait until Greta wins the Olympics, then we start collecting.
Collecting? Well, what are we gonna do in the meantime? How are we gonna get our train fare? How are we gonna pay our bill here?
What bill? What are you talking about? Who do you think's gonna bother me about a bill? Muller? Why don't you be yourself once in a while? Say, I'm gonna have these shoes sold, too. Come in.
Will you excuse me, please? My goodness, what has happened?
Well, my wife went on a treasure hunt. It's a new game.
Could you do me a great favor, Mr. Spencer?
Why, it will be a pleasure, not a favor, Mr. Muller. Speak up.
Well, I would like to get my little girl ready for the trip to Germany. She needs new skates and a new costume. Is it possible for you to let me have a little money on the bill?
Well, look, of course. About how much would you like?
Would 500 francs be too much to ask?
To ask? Why, of course not. Ask for any amount.
Why, it'll be a pleasure, Mr. Muller. Of course, I've got to go down to the village to get a draft cash, but then I'll see you shortly.
Well, you're very good. Thank you very much.
Not at all.
Oh, my trophies are back.
What?
Oh, didn't I tell you?
No.
While you were away, we had a robbery. The first in 20 years. Some of my gold medals were stolen.
Medals? Stolen? Well, but you say they're back now.
That's the strangest part of it. When the officers came just now to get a description of what was missing, everything was back in its place. It's very odd.
Well, everything's all right now. Maybe the thief had an attack of conscience.
Yeah, that must have been it. Well, thank you.
No, you're right. I beg your pardon, honey. I really have to have these soles fixed.
A great change has come over you, Thaddeus Spencer.
I had to take them so we could get to St. Moritz.
I refer to the fact that you put them back. Well, how are you going to raise the 500 francs, dearest?
Let me think this thing out. I've got to concentrate.
Well, I suppose I could lure him to the pond while you re-raise the money.
Why don't you be serious?
Listen, the screw's loose again.
He is not. He's right here.
Why do you come bothering me? I've got important things to think about.
But the screw's loose.
Say, how much we pay for this thing?
$100.
Still in pretty good condition. Where's your trombone?
Over there. Why? Oh, no, you don't, Thaddeus Spencer. You're not going to hawk our instruments. What are we going to play with?
I'll buy you a set of blocks, dear. And now, folks, a toast to Greta Muller, Queen of the Ice, who tomorrow will cup the Olympic championship and make us all very, very happy. Greta Muller! Yay! And now, perhaps we'd like to... Hey, where is that guy? What's his name?
You mean your harmonica player?
Yeah.
He's gone, vanished. We just combed him out of our hair, dear.
I saw him this morning. He said that this was his home. He was headed here when you picked him up in the train.
That was sweet of him to let us pay his fare.
Oh, well. Now, I suppose you're wondering why I threw this little party.
How is what they're wondering.
Well, I know we're all a little nervous about tomorrow, but we shouldn't be. Greta's a cinch. A breeze, it's in the bag. So let's relax. Let's eat, drink, and be merry. Yeah! And now we'll hear a few words from the father of our prodigy, Herr Heinrich Müller himself.
What can I say except thank you for your hospitality and for your confidence. With such good friends as you behind my little girl, I do not see how she can lose. I thank you.
Heads. It is a repeater, boys, a repeater. Yeah, I'll never forget this here. Good layout.
It ought to be. You know what it cost?
Yeah.
2 drums, a violin, and a saxophone. That's what's left.
You heard what our host said about relaxing?
Yes.
Oh, why don't you then? Kinda scared about tomorrow?
No. Yes, I am.
Oh, you don't have to be. Well, you can't help winning. For 3 good reasons.
For 3 good reasons?
Sure. For your father, your country, and Mrs. Harris's boy, Robert.
Wait a minute, girls, wait a minute. Leah, sing that number. Girls, play it in Leah's key.
I've heard it said many fear love, for true love is so hard to find. I hope someday I'll be near love, so I can say what's on my mind. Who's afraid of love? It's something we sing about. I haven't the slightest doubt that life without it is cold. who's afraid of love? What else are we living for? How can anyone ignore the sweetest story that's told? Those who found love know nothing more sweet to hear than the sound of I love you, you love me. So who's afraid of love? It's stuff of which dreams are made, and dreams can't make me afraid. Who's afraid of love?
Who's afraid of love? It's something we sing about. I haven't the slightest doubt that life without it is cold. Who's afraid of love? What else are we living for? How can anyone ignore the sweetest story that's told? Those who found love know nothing more sweet to hear than the sound of I love you, you love me. So who's afraid of love? It's stuff of which dreams are made, and dreams can make me afraid. Who's afraid of love?
That's fine, that's fine. What's that? What's this?
Meine Cousine.
Your cousins?
Jawohl.
Jawohl. Jawohl.
Jawohl. Jawohl.
Well, do they all play?
Ja, all shut up.
Well, that's fine. Will you shut up for us?
Jawohl.
That's good.
Everybody's doing to the kid. What? That.
46, 47, 48.
What are you doing?
Counting beavers. Ratowski should be behind one of them. There's a cloudburst of whiskers here today.
Papa, I'm awfully frightened.
I know, my darling. I know exactly how you feel. I felt the same way many years ago. But this I can tell you. When you get out there and feel your skates cut the ice, 12 years of training will give you confidence and courage. But this happens to all great athletes at the moment of competition and inspires them to extend themselves.
It would help me a lot if I thought you were sure I would win.
Gretchen, I'm positive that you will win. But if you don't, I shouldn't be displeased because, after all, to be the second greatest skater in the world is really something. You can always try again. But the greatest danger to any athlete is when they win. Then their life suddenly changes. When you be besieged by important people, offers of wealth will be hurled at you. Chances of becoming a professional. It would all be very difficult to withstand. My only hope is that if you do win, you will remember that the honor of that achievement is worth more than all the money anybody can offer you.
I understand, Papa.
Come, Gretchen.
I'll do my best.
I know you will. God bless you. Come.
Somebody's getting... Quelle fiere tocca le viscere, viene... Oh, quelle fiere to do with the eye.
Again? What's the matter?
The guy did it. Right in my eye.
That French girl is good. Very good.
Very amateurish, if you ask me.
Yeah, but supposing the judges don't ask you.
Pretty good, ain't she?
Cut it out.
Shut up. Are you afraid?
Quiet, boys. Easy. Hey, we're not in Brooklyn.
From Switzerland, Miss Greta Müller.
Look, they're running up the French flag.
But Greta's lost.
There he is, fellas. He's won the Swiss flag.
That is the French flag.
She ain't French, she's Swiss.
Maybe a 6-room gegeben.
Aber bitte sehr, meine Herren, da ist ein großer Fehler. Sehen wir noch einmal.
Moi, je trouve toujours que 114, on change pas.
Tatsache, das ist...
Attention! Attention, please. Correction. Official recapitulation of point totals gives first place to Grete Müller of Switzerland.
Well, did I call it? Was I right? You were marvelous! Isn't that beautiful? I knew it! You were great! You were swell! Come on, girls! I gotta call up New York. Hurry it up!
Yeah, I gotta send a wire to my paper. I'll be back right away. I beg your pardon, sir.
Hello! Hello! What's the matter with this connection operator? I'm trying to get Madison Square Garden in New York City. Oh, hello, Ringley. This is Tad Spencer. Now, listen. I've just signed up Greta Muller. She just won the Olympics. Sure, I'm in Germany. He doesn't believe I'm here. How do you like that? Now, listen, pay attention. Cable me $5,000. Rent Madison Square Garden for 3 nights. Send transportation for 20 people on that Zeppelin, the Hindenburg. Hire 100 skaters. Get me a symphony orchestra. Order 10 days rehearsals. We're leaving here tomorrow night. Can you hear me?
You don't even need a phone.
Listen, you don't have to worry about your cut, Jack. You know me.
Maybe that's why he's worried.
Oh, shut up. Not you. Listen, I'll see you in New York. Goodbye. Well, what do you think of your old man now?
I don't know. I'm a little afraid. Are you sure nothing can happen to upset the apple cart?
Not a thing, Toots, not a thing.
Hey, they don't have earthquakes in this country, do they?
Earthquakes, ah. Well, it's all settled.
We've arranged everything.
Yes, sir, I fixed it so that we open in New York at the Madison Square Garden a month from now. I'm going to have your costumes designed by Hattie Carnegie and your skate blades especially cast by the Bethlehem Steel Corporation. So let's go home and pack and everything's fine.
I do not understand. Where are we going?
To make $1 million.
Do you mean that you wish me to turn professional?
Certainly.
Oh, I cannot do that.
The earthquake.
What do you mean you can't?
Not yet, Mr. Spencer. Father thinks I can win again in the 1940 Olympics.
Are you both crazy?
She's not yet ready to turn professional, Mr. Spencer.
Now, wait a minute. You can't do this to me. I'm not going to stand for it. Why, I turned down big-time engagements to nurse her into the championship. What do you mean you're not going to turn professional? You're a professional already.
I do not understand you, Mr. Spencer. How do you mean my daughter is a professional?
Well, that time we went to San Moritz and Greta skated. I got 950 francs for the engagement, and she was a member of the troupe. What does that make her? Listen, you can't pull that amateur stuff on me and get away with it. I'll expose you.
Papa, I didn't know he was getting money. What have you done now, you fool? Get out!
What have I done?
You'd think with the size foot he's got, he couldn't possibly get it in, but he does every time he opens his mouth.
Come in.
What can we do for you, sir?
I'm the father of Greta Müller, who just won these. I've come to give them back to you.
Why?
They do not belong to her. I learned a few moments ago that my little girl skated professionally at the San Moritz Casino a week ago.
As we understand it, you wish to prefer charges of professionalism against your daughter?
Wish? No. But it must be done. And it's better that I, who love her, do this to her now than to have it come later as a public disgrace. Gentlemen, can I ask this one favor? In the first capitulation, there was an error, and it was thought that the French girl had won. Will you now announce that the original decision was the correct one? That the French girl did win? That way it will give less pain to all of us.
Are you Heinrich Müller?
Yes.
In the 1908 Olympics, you...
Yes.
We'll do all we possibly can, Mr. Miller, to save you your daughter embarrassment.
Thank you. Thank you, gentlemen.
Well, now that you know that you're not an amateur, do you mean that you still refuse my offer?
Papa, tell him to leave me alone.
Perhaps you better take his offer, Lipsy. There's no need for you to hesitate now. I'll give him back your awards.
What? Do you mean that she's no longer champion?
She never was. A professional cannot win an amateur championship.
Holy cat, this is a terrible jam. I get a telephone ringing in New York and stop him.
Excuse me. Oh, excuse me.
Excuse me? Well, I got that wire off. Now I'm free. What do you say we go out and have some dinner, huh? What's the matter?
I'm no longer champion.
What?
That night she skated at San Moritz. Mr. Spencer got paid for the performance.
Did you get any money for it?
No, of course not.
Well, then what's all the fuss about? You're not a professional unless you get money for it. She gave an exhibition, that's all.
Oh, what have I done? Well, that crazy man from what he
Spencer?
said...
Is he the cause of all this? Where is he?
Telephoning.
Come on, come on.
Yeah, Jack, it's all off. She's not the champion. Say, listen, kid, could you cable me the fare back home? Work my way back on a cattle boat? What could I be on a cattle boat?
What do you think?
All right, Jack.
Listen, Spencer, did you take any money for her appearance at San Moritz?
Well, yes.
Did you tell Greta you were getting money for it?
No.
You didn't intend to give her any of it, did you?
Well, no.
Just what did you do with that dough?
Well, it all went for expenses. None of us got a nickel out of it.
Can you prove that?
Well, I guess so.
Come on, we're going to see the committee. Gentlemen, we have new evidence for you, proving that Greta Muller never skated professionally.
Oh, we're glad, sir. But unfortunately, the matter is out of our hands. You'll have to see the secretary of the game, Sir Frederick Brooks.
Where's he?
Second door.
Okay, thanks a lot. Come on, hurry it up. Ah, I found him. Oh, Ratovsky. Forget him.
Come in.
There he is, the dynamiter.
I am still not giving interviews to reporters.
Are you Sir Frederick Brooks?
I am now. As a matter of fact, I always was. When I was in Switzerland for a rest before taking up my duties here, I was incognito. How do you do, Mr. Miller? Miss Miller, I'm grieved to hear of this charge of professionalism. I hope there's an error somewhere.
Yeah, there is. We've come to tell you
I
that...
prefer to hear the explanation from the people involved.
Oh.
As I understand it, Mr. Miller, you told the committee that your daughter skated professionally at San Moritz.
That is how I understood it, but it is not so.
We've had the casino manager on the phone, and he tells me that a Mr. Thaddeus Spencer was paid the sum of 950 francs. Yours, Spencer?
Yes, sir, I got the money all right, but none of us got any good out of it. You see, I paid back, that is, it all went for expenses, so to speak. You know what I mean, dear.
Yes. Tell him the rest, honey.
You see, I planned to use Miss Muller as my star in a skating ballet. I didn't know anything about the Olympics, and I didn't realize how much having her win them meant to her father. If I had known, I would have acted differently. But if what I have done to her prevents her from getting her championship back, I'm perfectly willing to step out of the picture altogether. She never got a cent of that money. Nobody did. It's all my fault, Your Honor. Judge. Sir Frederick. And I'm perfectly willing to take the rap.
Well, in view of this new evidence, I am of the opinion that your eligibility is completely proven.
Oh, that's marvelous.
I will get your awards back for you immediately.
Well, it means she's a champ again. The Madison Square Garden, New York City. Jack Ringley. Now, hold on.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have the honor and privilege of presenting to you the world's greatest skater, Miss Greta Muller.
Why, don't I? Just be yourself.
Well, yeah, come on.
Two heads, remember? Hey, what's the matter with you? What's the matter? Look. Take a good look. You remember me, your brother?
tonight.